Good morning, my dear students. Now, today I am going to revise the first lesson in the class 8, and it is computer network. In the computer network, we have to study different mode of transmission, different ways of connectivity. So, first we should understand that what is computer network. Computer network means the way by which we will connect the different you can say road network, different companies, different organizations, different computers as well. Network means to connect anything which is joined with any means you can transfer data, you can transfer goods. By mode of communication you are connecting the devices, means for communication purpose. So whatever the purpose you are having, and if you are connecting the devices, this is under the network. Now in this lesson we will discuss computer network. The computer network in the computer system is done with the several needs. Means if we are using the networking, we will have some easiness to use the computers. Let's an example. This is one hub. This is one computer. This is one computer. This is the printer which we can connect. Now all these are connected with the network. So while connecting all these with the network, we will get some easiness to use these things. You can give print from any device and it will react according to the system's need. So you can use one printer, one hardware for different number of computers. The second second way is the transmission media and the way by which we are connecting. The first network, we can explain it as LAN. What is LAN? LAN is local area network, means it can connect up to 10 kilometers of the area. Local area network, its range is 10 kilometers. We can connect up to 10 kilometers with the local area network. In this networking type, we are using twisted pair cables. The twisted pair cables are used to transfer the data at the maximum speed of about 100 Mbps. Hundred Mbps is a very good speed, but we are not generally using LAN networking because it is costly also. If you are spreading wires, if you are connecting different computers, you have to spend lots of money to connect all the different devices and computer with the help of wires. So nowadays we are using Wi-Fi to connect the devices. First is LAN, then MAN, then WAN, PAN. All these are the different types of networking which we can use in our computer system. Second is PAN, personal area network. First I am discussing this personal area network. Personal area network is used to connect several devices according to your need. Let's an example, if you want to connect 4-5 mobile phones, then you can connect it and you can disconnect it after once your work is finished. So this is very easy, it will use your Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi is nowadays it is available in almost all the devices. The full form of Wi-Fi is wireless fidelity. Wireless fidelity. When you will start personal area network, no need to connect the devices with wires, and it will not ask any kind of requirements. You can connect number of devices, it is limited also, but it is more than our use. Like one router, it can connect up to 30 devices, and according to your need, it can easily give you the services also. And when your work is over, you can disconnect the device. So this is personal area network. This is almost in your control. Second is MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. What is the meaning of Metropolitan Area Network? Basically, this is used to connect two different cities, and mostly it is wireless. When we are connecting two different cities, it is for our data transmission and for our communication purpose we can use this. Generally, metropolitan cities are connecting to different cities and above 100 kilometer of area. It is somehow they have tried to make it fast also, but due to some climate change, weather conditions, it is not possible always to make a good and fast network. But metropolitan area network is nowadays very much useful. One example is, you can see the mobile towers. It is not connected through wires. It is mostly connected with this metropolitan area network. From one city to another city, they are sending the signals, and other side they will receive the signals. So this is the connectivity way. Next is wide area network. This wide area network is used to connect two different countries, like India and Japan, India and America, like this. When we are using this, we are trying to use wires because this is of high speed, we can use wires, but sometimes we are using satellites also to communicate with other countries. In this regard, one more small things like Bluetooth. Bluetooth is important, but it is nowadays we are not using that much. Bluetooth is almost obsolete. In mobile devices it is present, but generally we are not using. Its speed is very slow as compared to our Wi-Fi systems. That's why we are not using this. Second is infrared. Infrared is also used in networking. Generally it is used in TV remote controls. To connect the remote control to the TV, we can control small gadgets in our home. So all these things are we are using according to our need for connectivity. Second is the way by which we are connecting. This is having certain names, means the medium through which we are connecting the devices. Two names are guided and unguided media. Guided media means when we are using wires, the signal which we are producing, it knows that in which direction it has to go. So the wires, when we are using wires, this is called guided media. In guided media, there are three different types of connectivity wires we are using. The first one is coaxial. Coaxial cable. The coaxial cable is used to transfer high definition video and audio. Generally it is used in our TV satellite signals, for receiving TV satellite signals. At your home, this antenna which you are using, in that the wire, white color or black color wire which is connected from the antenna to your television, this is coaxial. Its structure is like outside one thick cover will be there, then after mesh like wire will be there, mesh like wire of aluminium, mesh like wire will be there. It is also the covering of the main wire. Then after, in this cover, this is the solid cover, this is the copper wire. This is the copper wire. So from inside, the thick one is copper wire, then one mesh like wire. This is the structure of wire through which high definition signals of video and audio are coming from satellite to your television signals. Second example is twisted pair. Twisted pair. Basically, twisted pair cables are used in the computer system while connecting to different devices or computer systems. The property of twisted pair cable is it has 8 wires and it is twisted in that pair of 2. Means 4 pairs you will see. Like 8 wires you will see in the pair of 2. Then after, the third type of cable is fiber optic. Fiber optic cable. Fiber optic cable means the cable which is having the fiber glass type thin fiber inside it. It is transferring light signal only. No electricity is required to transfer data in fiber optic cables. In this thick outer protecting cover is given so that it should not break, because it is not simple to connect, to reconnect again this type of wire if it is breaked. And thick outer coverage is given. Thick outer coverage is given to protect the wire. The property of this wire is, this is very important to know nowadays, this kind of fiber optic cable is widely used. The main property is, this wire is hardly meant for transferring electronic information from one place to another. It may be your communication, it may be used in any other type of transactions, means sending data and receiving data. This is not metal wire, this is the fiber glass which will transmit light signal only from one place to another place. From one side light signal is given, and from other side the same light signal can be received and it could be decoded. For sending electronic signal in the form of light signal, we have the device which will convert the electronic signal into the light signal, and it will be transferred from one place to another with the help of this wire. Other side, when the signal will be received, it will be decoded and again it will be converted in electronic signal and our machine can read it. The main problem in this wire is, once it is breaked due to any situation, it is tough to reconnect it. We will not be able to rejoin it simply. We have to use several machines that will be used to reconnect it. Like in metal wire, we are removing the cover and we are just twisting the wire to connect the metallic wires. It is not as possible to connect this. It is slightly different. We have to heat it, we have to melt it, then again we have to reconnect it. So it will take time and cost also. Between India and America, through the seaway, thick fiber optic cables are being spreaded. because if we have to transfer large amount of data in very less amount of time, then we should not rely on the satellite wireless signals. Wireless signals having the less speed according to these fiber optics. They can transmit millions of informations per second, both the sides. They can receive also and they can send also. Now every type in this, they will follow the protocols. What is protocol? Just after this guided media I will discuss. The unguided media means you are transferring the data but you don't know in which direction it is going. The signal has to catch its receiver and then automatically it will go that side. Let's an example, one device is having Wi-Fi. One device is having Wi-Fi. Now, when it will produce the Wi-Fi signals, in which direction it will go, even it don't know. It will produce the Wi-Fi signal in all the directions. And if your device is present here, then it will catch the device, but still signals are all around it. Signals are all around it. If any device is present downside, then also it is all around it. So this kind of transmission is called unguided, and this the media means Wi-Fi which we are using. This is unguided media. The second one is Bluetooth. When you are starting Bluetooth in your computer or mobile phone devices, in which direction Bluetooth is going, this is not sure. In every direction it will go and it will find the device. If the device is present there, it will connect to that device and transfer the data. Second thing, if the device is present not in the range, means not in the straight way, then also it can find the device and it can transfer the data. So these type of media which we are using for transferring the data, it is called unguided media. Now come to the next point. Protocols. Protocols are the set of rules which the computer system or the mobile device will follow. Means if you are transferring data, every data will go through certain protocols. No data will be simply going and simply saving there. Everything must have some acknowledgements that it is sent or not. So in computer network we are using some dedicated devices like switch, hubs, router, repeaters. So what are these things you must know? Like hub. Hubs are available in different variants like 8 ports. It is also available in 16 ports. It is also available in more than this, 32 also, 64 also. Now what is the use of this? Let's an example, one incoming connection is coming and you can connect several computers with these wires. Means one incoming and several other computers will be connected with the wires which can come out of this hub. The switch which we are using, the same thing it is. Now what is the difference between switch and hub? The difference between switch and hub is, hub will provide the services to every computer and all the time it will send the signal, it will try to receive the signal If your computer is not active at that time, then also it is sending signal and it is trying to receive the signals. Second thing, switch. Switch will activate only those devices which is sending or receiving the signal. It will not activate all the systems. So switch also is more efficient than hubs, and a hub is used to connect vast amount of computers and big devices also. But switches are used to connect the devices which is active at that time, and it can send or receive the signal. Then it will be activated, and after that again it will be idle. Now the next one is reduction in hardware with this kind of devices when we are using. Let's an example, 5-6 computers you are connecting. After connectivity, you can use printers in that. You can save your data in your computer with certain mechanism to keep it safe. Now this will help you to reduce the cost. If 5 computers you are having, all the 5 computers can get the internet connection with the single switch, with the single hub, and you can connect one printer also. Here if you have connected one printer, then it will work also in the same switch or hub. So it will reduce the cost of wires. It will reduce the cost of the twisted pair cables which you have to use, and the RJ45 plug which you have to use. So this is very efficient while reducing the cost. Now in some big examples how these things are working, I am going to show you. When we are taking two different networks, let's an example, one communication network Airtel and one communication network is Jio. Both are having different technology and the bandwidth for their communication systems. But when you will call, your call will definitely go to that particular network. So gateway is the technology through which one signal from any other network is coming. It will be connected to the signal which you want, the communication system which you want. So gateway is in between two different networks, which will give you the connectivity from one network to another network. To connect all these things, when you are using electronic devices, it is mandatory to send the signal through any media. When you are sending the signal through media, it may be in digital or in analog form. So at that time modem will work. Modem consists of two terms. First is modulator and second is modulator and demodulator. Now what is the meaning of modulator and demodulator? It is very clear. When we are sending signal from mobile phone to any other mobile phone system, then at that time your mobile phone is digital. It will send the signal in analog form. When it is going in air, it is in analog form. So modulator will transmit the signal digital to analog. Digital to analog. And at the next side, the receiver system, computer or mobile phone, when the signal they will receive, that signal will be in analog and it has to be changed in digital form to understand. It has to be changed in digital form to understand. Now modulator will convert digital to analog and demodulator will convert analog to digital. This we have to understand. And nowadays modem is inbuilt in almost all the computers, all the mobile phone devices. We are having modems and we can access internet services, we can send and receive messages very smoothly with the help of this kind of devices. Now the next is router. What is the meaning of router? When we are using internet, so with this example you can understand. Let's say example, one switch is there and several computers are connected. The computer which is nearer to the wire, it will get more speed, and the computer which is far from this wire, it will get less speed. So this is widely, you might have seen somewhere in cyber cafes. If the computer is far from the switch, it will get less speed, and if the computer is near to that, it will get more speed. So what router will do? Router will divide the speed equally. The router will divide the speed equally among all the computers so that every computer should get the equal speed. The repeater is used to modify the signals, amplify the signals. The signal which we are using, which we are sending, if it is far, we are using wires, then that signal may diminish. The strength of signal may low. So we need some repeaters that can enhance, that can reboost the signal, and the receiver side, it will get always good quality of signals. Now students, almost all the points I have discussed, few more points I will discuss furthermore. Thank you for today.